LoWeLy, Anton Plebanovic from FX Open and NightEnd Sylvia Lazar from Team Fnatic. Daybreak is the first map.
Indeed it is. And spawning down to the bottom left-hand corner, ladies and gentlemen of the crowd, give it up for NightEnd. Woo! We have a small but dedicated crowd. And up to the top left-hand, right-hand corner even, spawning as our red Zergy. Give it up for FXO.LoWeLy. So indeed you do, as you said, Daybreak. Daybreak can be an interesting map for this matchup. I said to Hasu during one of the casts that whenever I think of matchups and think of how they kind of evolve and go on, I always think of how it ends up going on Daybreak more than any other map. I don't know why that kind of triggers in my head. It's just, I always see those games unfolding on Daybreak.
Yeah, probably because you have the longest memories of it, because they're some of the longest games. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
And I want to say something you might not know about our friends in Eastern Europe, Belarus, Russian Federation. I feel like they kind of popularized, if not pioneered, the style that we're seeing a lot now in ZVP. At first it seemed crazy or greedy or impossible, but what they were doing way before anyone else, I feel like, before the Koreans, before the Americans, before the Western Europeans, is going up to 90 or 100 drones.
Right.
And going very fast for Great Aspire. And they were doing that in every game. And that's not necessarily possible. But now you do see that in games where Protoss is taking a fast third. They're like, well, if you're doing that, you're not going to be in aggressive mood in the next 3-4 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to counter in this way rather than just streaming units across the map towards you. I feel like they pioneered that. And LoWeLy is one of those proponents of that pioneering mission.
Do you count Poland as one of those countries?
No.
It's not too far.
No, I
because for me, when I first ended up incurring that kind of thing, it was from the likes of people like Tefel and Zenio. I mean, Zenio's a bit far, but Tefel was one of the...
Tefel does it differently. He goes, he has like a very set pattern. First Lynx, then Hydras, then Corruptor, then Broodlord.
Okay.
Every game. And it's just different, because with that many Hydras you can't really get your drones to 90 or something like that. But anyway, LoWeLy with his standard very early pull so that he can clear up any pylons on his natural and get his expansion. LoWeLy usually gets gas after his first hatchery, and then his third hatchery is at 6 minutes. So it's a later third, but quicker tech, and that's how he plays it. Very different, and if you're not prepared for it, it's gonna be confusing to go up against. Like NightEnd already said, Biggs and LoWeLy are very different players from each other. Yeah,
and to hark back to what we've just seen, normally this would be quite annoying, but since it's only 2 Zerglings, it's really not a huge threat. It can get a bit kind of wiggly at times, but it's...
Well, it forces NightEnd to make a Zealot first. There's plenty of Protoss builds which do not include a Zealot at all, let alone that fast, if they do. So it's okay. I mean, he lost 2 Lynx. Now he gets some info. He also makes sure that NightEnd cannot kill the supply depot with the cannon. If NightEnd would, there is a chance for the Lynx to suddenly slip by. I say slip Bly because Bly likes this kind of stuff too.
That was impressive. Yeah. You shouldn't even said anything.
No, probably not. Anyway, yeah, there's some options there. And now he's gonna get 2 Lynks. Oh, one Link. He's gonna get 1 Link into the base, get some scouting info, and I think that's pretty okay. Yeah, everything that he's achieving with that.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, yeah, this pair of Zerglings. Oh, he did. Yeah, he did. This pair of Zerglings, they pay for themselves.
Yes, 4 Zerglings, a total of 100 minerals. He killed 50 minerals worth of probe, and because probe can't be mining now, and there's a limited amount of probes that NightEnd can make at a time, that was very worth it. Coupled with all the info. Yeah, 1 probe, I mean, depending on how long the game goes, is a huge opportunity cost lost, really. Yeah.
Especially if it goes into a late game, like I'm imagining LoWeLy wouldn't mind, but oh, wait a minute, now that I say that,
yeah, 2 base tech, and then could be... Yeah, he's not thrown up the 6-minute hatchery this time. Obviously, LoWeLy has had some time to think about this. Yeah. Because he knew he's probably going to go up to NightEnd ever since NightEnd was winning the first map. And NightEnd was winning the first map against Biggs for a long time. Wow.
Oh my god.
Okay, NightEnd knows there's no third up to the 6-minute mark. He scouted with his probe. So what could it be from LoWeLy? Either 2-base Infester, usually, or 2-base Spire, 2-base Muta. And NightEnd is gambling that it's going to be Muta. So
wait a minute. Okay, yeah, but it's not going to be Muta. Well, I mean, yeah, it still can be, yeah.
But it's not.
I'm kind of confused as to he's got double Evo. So he's going to be getting those 2 upgrades. Do you think he's just getting the double Evo to get those 2 specific upgrades out very quickly, or is he actually going to transition into a... Yeah, he's actually...
Well, there's what I know about LoWeLy, and there's what I see. I'll just describe what I see.
Okay.
What I see is a style that right now looks like Ling Baneling drop style. And there we go.
Yeah.
Ventral Sacks. So I haven't seen this a lot from him. And that's why it makes it perfect to do it now in this grand final situation.
That's very true, yeah.
Now, against Mass Phoenix, dropping Links and Banelings, not exactly a precious load, but Banelings are.
Yeah.
If the Phoenix catch the Overlords on time, it's going to shut this strategy down before it even begins.
That's what I was going to add. It depends on when he sees it actually coming.
But it is very likely that NightEnd will sniff it out completely.
Very much so.
As soon as he starts killing Overlords and then sees suddenly how fast they are in just moments from now, he will realize probably this could be a drop strategy. Now, I feel like the strategy for NightEnd is very suitable, unintended.
Now, with LoWeLy actually seeing these Phoenix, does he now say, well, I actually don't want to go for this and I just want to play for a more standard kind of macro game? Or, I mean, is he too invested in this at this point?
I think what you're saying makes sense, but it's very hard to suddenly just give it up because he has nothing else going for him yet. LoWeLy maybe should cancel his Ventral Sacks now because it will be hard to try and actually use it, but actually maybe not, because as long as the Phoenixes stay on LoWeLy's side of the map, and we've got all these Overlords here on the left, there is a window of opportunity for LoWeLy to attack.
Oh, and actually...
Yeah, he's sending it to 2 different places.
Yeah.
NightEnd will only find one of them, and he has very little in the terms of defenses.
And is he actually going to shark around here to people? Oh no, he's missed this for now. LoWeLy is positioning himself really, really smartly here.
It's almost like there is nothing here. NightEnd is not controlling his Phoenixes. He's like, well, there's probably really nothing around me.
Uh-oh.
There are enough defenses in the main base for the 16 Ling drop, but there's a bunch of sentries here and they're gonna get Banelings dropped on them. LoWeLy's attack.
Rain down. All the probes coming off the line as well. Where are they going? And they kill off so many probes. Meanwhile, the probes being evacuated from the main as well. The
more probes blew up.
Oh my god, 23 probes killed off in the process there for LoWeLy, but he's gonna lose all of these Overlords at the same time.
So what?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be able to stabilize off the back of 3 base for now. And with that, it's very, very good.
Very critical error there by NightEnd. He considered maybe Zergling or Roach drop. He didn't see that many Links on the map yet. And then he just tried to escape all his probes. But 2 actions combined, 1 fatal mistake. He ran his probes to the 3rd, but he force field blocked his probes in.
Yes.
And then Banelings dropped on top of it.
Well, the thing is, did NightEnd... I mean, has he scouted the Baneling nest? Yes, he has. He knows the Baneling nest was there. I was going to say that.
Just very weird.
The first drop was only Zergling, exclusively Zergling. So I was thinking that maybe NightEnd thought that it was only going to be exclusively Zergling in the natural as well. But he'd seen the Baneling nest there. And... for now, we do have the Hydralisk down as well as Screw Spines on the way, as well as more macro hatches going down. Roach Warren on the way here. Storm being researched for NightEnd.
Wow, 2-base Storm
off
of 42 probes. It's very unusual. And considering that NightEnd is on so low econ, LoWeLy is making units which get countered in normal macro games. But Hydras... yeah, they died to Storm, but against Archon, Zealots, or Phoenix, they're amazing.
Yeah.
And if that was all there was to it, there would still maybe not be enough grounds for LoWeLy to make Hydras. But because he has so much more money, he can even be inefficient with them. And if he just makes sure to spread a little bit more creep and take the fight in a good location, LoWeLy will be in a really great spot. He has 65 drones.
Yep, very much so. As for now, NightEnd going to shark around, trying to find more Overlords. Thankfully for LoWeLy, they do have Overlord speed, but so they will be able to get out of position for now. As one Overlord down to the south there was keeping an eye on that 3rd. I think it was keeping an eye on that 3rd. Did he see it going down? Yes, he did. Okay. And is he going to find that Overlord? Yes, he is. So it doesn't help in the end.
Yeah. That Overlord will die. So NightEnd decides to go for an expansion, and the High Templars will be very useful defensively. LoWeLy is going across the map with some slow Hydras.
The anti-climax of we're really fast, and we'll have to wait for a few months.
Yep.
Okay.
But I don't think that's enough to cancel the third. With some well-placed force fields and storms.
Yeah.
And along with the Phoenixes.
Has 2 storms currently, with 2 more on the way very, very soon. And for now, NightEnd will be able to show this leading forward with one of those High Templars, though.
That was not a very good storm, and he just lost a full sentry, a full energy sentry.
That was a nice second storm there, though, especially considering Hydras are so slow at this point to be able to move out of it. Third nice storm going down there for NightEnd, and will be able to clean this up by the looks of things. The Roaches need to run away.
Yeah, a decent engagement for NightEnd. He's killed all the Hydras, but LoWeLy is going to go up to upwards of 75 drones. And he's on 3 bases. NightEnd will also be on 3 bases, so chances are starting to normalize a bit for the players.
Yeah, and slowly now looking in with some Zerglings, going for a little counter maybe, but not really going to be able to make anything happen with that. Infestation Pit is now on the way for LoWeLy as well, though, as he's going to be going for centrifugal hooks to be able to combine that with fungal growth potentially. And it's all really going to depend on the force fields. How many? Oh, wait a minute, he only has 1 sentry.
Such a funny upgrade name, centrifugal hooks. I always think of a laundry dryer and like a baling inside, like rolling around.
Oh, hey up. There's a few drones here, not really doing much.
Yeah, that one didn't get rallied yet because it's a macro hatch. He rallied the army, but he didn't rally the drone yet. He does have 3 idle workers, so as soon as he notices that little pop-up, he'll be able to fix it. Now, of course, LoWeLy, because he knows that NightEnd can't really attack too soon, he's going to go to Hive with a Spire, and eventually will be going for that Infestor Broodlord combination. Was late to take his gases on his 3rd, so he doesn't have that much gas yet. We won't see like a lot of Corruptors and Infestors coming soon. NightEnd now adding a robotics facility after a long time. Keep in mind that if eventually NightEnd wants to go for a mothership, he already has the Stargate.
Yes, very true, very true. That's so useful. It can take so long to get the Stargate, get the fleet beacon, get the mothership, get the energy. So just having one of those snippets out of that kind of long line is very, very useful.
Yeah, it's a useful step in the right direction. Sometimes I forget I already had a Stargate if I open up with it and then I make it again.
See that quite a bit in terms of like, because
Stargate tech only gets used at the start, and the mothership is only at the end.
Yeah.
So sometimes you forget you even open up with that because you always abandon Stargate tech because it's not sustainable in the mid game.
Exactly. And that's what the Blizzard are trying to do in terms of for Heart of the Swarm, try and make it a bit more sustainable.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. A lot of Storm guys here. There's 16 more drones coming in. LoWeLy, 96 drones with a pretty weak army. If it's just a straight engagement, NightEnd should probably win. But there's a lot of banelings coming, and without enough sentries to zone that out, storms will be very crucial.
Nice fungal. Will blink a few of those forwards, though, sniping off 1 or 2 of those infestors. That was a really nice blink forwards. Storms do go down to be able to push this back, as well as that aggressive blink there. Banelings actually going to be rolling in, killing off a few of those stalkers. And the storms and force fields try to go down to be able to prevent that, and does kill off a lot of those stalkers for now. Meanwhile, in the main, a few roaches and zerglings going to be trying nibbling away at the infrastructure, but these stalkers are still holding strong in the middle here.
Yeah, nice attack by NightEnd. He will have to warp in some stuff at home. Doesn't currently have idle warp gates at all. He just warped in the front, so he will lose his Templar Archives and his Twilight Council. That means there won't be any more High Templars for a very long time to come. He can't even remake the Templar Archives. Probe-wise, NightEnd's doing very well, 75 probes. But yeah, he will clean up everything here in the mid. But suddenly his Stalkers are not being controlled as well as they should have been, because attention was divided in his own main base.
Yeah, that was a really nice little kind of poke there from LoWeLy to be able to kind of draw him close there.
We're going to have a little bit of Warp Prism.
It really is. It's going to get hard. So I'm just going to keep focusing on this minimap, as we do now have NightEnd actually poking away at this 5th base of his opponent, and will get cleaned up for now. But he doesn't have anything to actually hunt down the Prism for now.
We'll have soon 10 Corruptors and 4 Hydras are being made, and Greatest Spire is on the way. Plus 3 ground attack weapons for NightEnd is finishing. And really, the important thing here is that despite all the fights that happened, NightEnd wasn't able to kill this hatchery in the middle. So suddenly we've got LoWeLy on 5 bases with 84 drones. His tech is ready and the clock is ticking for NightEnd. Yeah,
it really is. He needs to get that 4th up so he can have a little bit more income against his opponent here. And again, there's still always this little looming threat of LoWeLy actually poking in. It looked like he wanted to try to.
The War Prism is about to die on the right.
Yes, it is. And it had 4 Stalkers in it, so that's a bit of a costly investment there for NightEnd. Right now, LoWeLy up to the 174 supply to the 128 of NightEnd. And Adrenal Glands and 3-3 are on the way, so those Zerglings are going to become so effective in terms of DPS if they're able to connect past those storms.
As well as all the Broodlings, which will definitely be able to connect past storms. But keep in mind, Templar Archives only just got started, so...
And he has no High Templars left over.
Yep, and now all the Stalkers will die.
That was a really nice surround, but a nice blink out there by NightEnd in the process. And right now, he's throwing up some cannons in the back here to be able to deny any kind of extra little pokes away. We did see a little bit of a drop once again from LoWeLy to be able to try and nibble away at some of those probes in the back, whilst those engagements were going on in the middle, morphing in those Broodlords now in a bit of a offensive position, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, he already has a few Broodlords, so if NightEnd wants to try and kill them, there's a big force below it and Broodlords coming from behind. No Infestors. Broodlords without Infestors is not nearly as good, but when you have that much stuff below it, Banelings, Roach, it's still very unattractive to try and blink under them.
Exactly, you blink under, the Banelings all instantly go off. Now, I've been enjoying the style of like blinking 1 or 2 Stalkers forwards to like connect with Banelings, but at the same time, you're banking on your opponent just like attack moving effectively at that point. So for now, LoWeLy positioning himself here, going to rain down terror on this third, and he does have that Xel'Naga tower for now, so it's going to be up to NightEnd to be able to really get a good flank off here. He does get that good flank. Behind. Very nice blink forward. Will be able to focus down 1 or 2 of these Broodlords, but is it enough right now? Killing off so much of the force up to the north, and GG for game number 1 as LoWeLy takes it. That was... give him a clap, guys. I mean, that's...
Very unique style here by LoWeLy.
Yeah.
Very unique.
Yeah, it really was.
2 base into Hydras.
Into the drop play.
Into Link Baneling drop, into Hydras, 3rd base, more Hydras, Roaches, and then more Banelings.
And we were speculating, well, you were speculating that NightEnd could have saved a good amount of those probes.
Well, it was hard.
A little bit of a decision making.
He only had 4 sentries and 2 Zealots there, so no matter what, he was outgunned. Maybe if he escaped his probes immediately home, but even then...
Well, the fact that they're all clumped up, I mean, if they're technically... No, but it's very hard to just say, well, I'm not going to move my probes.
Yeah, even if you spread them out, there's still more links than there was defenses for NightEnd, so they could still be hunted down and killed. NightEnd now under the gun, just 1 more map loss, and he would be eliminated into 2nd place.
You can see the concentration in LoWeLy's eye.
And determination. The stiff lips.
Really, seriously. Oh my god. Okay, so indeed, we are going to be going on to game number 2 here in just a bit, guys. Tweet at us. I've already mentioned our Twitters many a time. Just tweet at us. What do you think of these games? Who is going to take it? We are going to head into game number 2 for this potential last best of 3. Or if NightEnd is able to tie it up, we shall be going on to a 3rd game. And if he's able to take that, we'll go on to another best of 3. So let's get it on. Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, spawning up in the top left-hand corner, he needs your applause and praise. Give it up for our blue Protoss, going by the name of Fnatic.NightEnd. And spawning down to the bottom right-hand corner even, I keep doing that. The winner of our previous game with a very interesting style indeed. Give it up for FXO.LoWeLy. So, we're on Ohana. Mr. Grubby, we are on Ohana. And I've said once or twice that it kind of plays out similarly to Daybreak, but again, because the middle of the map is so open.
It's like a mini Daybreak.
Yeah, it is. You were saying that the rush distance is deceptively small?
Yeah. Smaller rush distance, but yeah, I do really find it quite similar as Daybreak. The expansions are splayed out horizontally, and on Daybreak it's vertically. And if you just rotate the map 90 degrees, it'll look almost the same.
Will do indeed.
One tower on each side. Just a little bit of a different layout, I think.
In the middle and things and stuff. But yeah, indeed, as for now, NightEnd will be forced to not go Nexus first, going for that Forge.
Yeah. LoWeLy threw up his pool at 1 minute 30, which is a good 30 seconds earlier than usually, once again. So there's no point, there's no economic gain in doing pylon block at all, because the links are out so fast.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even want to waste money on that.
But he's going to patrol back and forth for now, trying to keep an eye on what's going on. Ooh, wait a minute. A gas?
Yeah, I just wanted to say...
okay.
Yeah, he did that the last game too. I wanted to say I could expect maybe LoWeLy to do like a roach attack here, but not as an all-in. He usually doesn't do it, but like maybe 4 roaches. Sometimes he attacks with that. I'm not sure what are the conditions for him to do it, like on which map he would.
Oh, and the probe ends up dying off a little bit quicker than we were expecting there, and he will be able to get that expansion down very, very nicely.
Yeah, it's something he does sometimes to do that roach attack, and then he just macros behind it. If the Protoss overreacts and gets like 4 cannons, he'll be ahead quite a bit.
Yeah. For now, we will have NightEnd trying to complete this wall off. Zerglings are on the way. Technically, does he have a probe here? I mean, he could get in again, but he's going to take a few losses.
He'll probably get 2 links in again.
Yeah.
Like before.
Yeah. Or not.
Oh, he sees it with his Overlord. This time, he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah. So for now, aside from that, we have gas actually being taken from LoWeLy. So this is looking similar to... I mean...
Yeah, I mean, he can still go to the last game plan, or he can do the roach thing, but then I think he would already have made a roach warrant, so most likely it's going to be more similar to last game. Whether he's going to drop blinks again, I'm not sure. I don't think it's good to do it twice in a row. But let's see. He will show us the way. Anton Plevanovic.
Indeed, as we have a cybernetic score on the way for NightEnd meanwhile, and this Overlord just keeping a good eye on things going on in terms of the main. We'll stray over there, see that cybernetic score going down, which was probably the most common of transitions, let's be honest. We're probably going to see a cybernetic score in these matchups.
It's the only way that allows you to spend gas.
Yep. And considering you got 2 gas geysers, that's very important.
Yes.
I shouldn't troll too much. Okay, so we do have extra drones on the way for now for LoWeLy, and he is just macroing up here. And again, he does have the options of that 2 base aggression, but he still has the option to go for the 3rd as well. I mean, there's really not a whole lot preventing him from doing so. He knows what his opponent's doing. He knows the fact that he's going to be playing pretty much a standard game here, or a standard opener at least.
Yeah, standard opener.
Yes.
Zealot into Sentry. LoWeLy has started his Speedling upgrade, and he continues to mine gas, so very likely that he'll be making a lair as soon as he hits 100 gas.
And all those Zerglings converging at that watchtower for now. And,
which is enough to surround and kill this Zealot.
Yeah. Yep. And
he could save all his links if he spends attention to it. Yeah. He was doing other things. Lost 2 Zerglings.
And that's annoying for NightEnd, because he wanted to send that Zealot over to see if there was a 3rd. But obviously did not get there.
Yeah, he doesn't know if there's a 3rd, but maybe at this point he's like, oh yeah, remember how you play. You're the one that never goes for a quick 3rd, because actually LoWeLy doesn't. So I don't really have to scout it this game. Someone who never practices quick 3 base can't suddenly just play it really good.
Yeah, yeah. And this is, LoWeLy's build right now is actually looking very similar to game number 1 in terms of that double evolution chamber timing.
Probably this time, maybe he'll use his links and or Banelings defensively. Now the 3rd comes up at 7 minute 20. Very, very similar to last game.
Yeah, very similar indeed. He's getting so much gas. There's the Baneling nest once again. So
yeah, roughly the same as before then.
Yeah.
Now, for some reason, he doesn't have enough gas to start both upgrades immediately. But it'll help him very soon after, right about now.
For now, NightEnd, meanwhile, adding on the Twilight Council as well as 3 potential macro gates. We don't know if he's going to be going for some kind of crazy all-in at this point. Although, considering that there is the Twilight Council and Robo, I know, okay, he is destroying the rocks for now.
Yeah, but normally when he plays this, he doesn't get such a fast Twilight. If his goal is to go for a fast 3rd, usually he doesn't have a quick Twilight. So this is different from anything that NightEnd has shown us thus far in this tournament. And of course that's appropriate because he's playing someone different.
Yeah.
Yeah, once again drops being researched for LoWeLy, so part of his standard transition plan. Almost always some guaranteed damage. and that's the way he likes to flow, or should I say roll.
Ventral Sax takes longer than Pneumatized Carapace, correct?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why it's okay if he starts Pneumatized right after this Queen at the natural.
Oh yeah, it only takes 60 seconds as opposed to the 100. Okay. I've never really looked at the timings of them because I don't really go for drop play too often.
You really don't want to get Pneumatized faster, like same time as Ventral, because then suddenly when the overloads are fast, it kind of already gives it away.
Yeah, it does indeed. So you want those to line up very nicely, and actually they're going to line up pretty well.
Pneumatized is going to be a bit faster, but it's okay.
Yeah. So for now, NightEnd opening up the rocks. I mean, considering what we're seeing, that might not be the most useful of things to be doing. Unless he wants to evac.
Well, this time he can evacuate his probes better.
There's a nice big hole there to be able to do so. Ooh.
Templar Archives off of 4 gates and Blink and 1/1 upgrades.
Wow.
He's really respecting the situation this time.
Yeah,
his really Observer has seen, Baneling Nest and double Evo Chamber and Pool and no Roach Warren. He then came back to the middle of the map to hopefully see something. Oh, a lot of Zerglings coming in there. There's way too many Zerglings to deal with.
Oh, force fields go down trying to get rid of those, but a few of the Zerglings are on the other side. Do they end up killing off a sentry? No, they do not, as one of them barely survives there, but he does force the cancel on that third right now, even on hold position to be able to kill off those pylons. Don't want those pylons getting away.
Well, otherwise the Lynx would suddenly run to the sentries and then NightEnd would be able to force field.
Indeed you do.
NightEnd could now make some Archons, which will function really nicely against what LoWeLy is doing. So during all this, during the preparation in the pre-game and maybe what happened last game, NightEnd computed a way which allows him to play as close to his original style as possible while being better prepared against Lynx and Banelings as opposed to Roaches. So he's still doing the 4-gate expand, but this time he's doing it with Archons.
Oh, nice pull away from NightEnd there to be able to keep those guys alive. As soon as he sees that they are Zerglings, he's actually going to engage them. Meanwhile, we have a push at the front. Force fields go down, but the Banelings in, the Overlords, are they going to be able to connect with much? Nice hold position here from NightEnd, though. Not really taking too much damage from those Banelings, but Zerglings will flood in, surrounding a lot of those Stalkers. Meanwhile, the Zerglings actually have been cleared up in the main, and he still has a few more Banelings left over here, dropping them on all those Zealots that are clumped up. Nice control by LoWeLy, but nice defense really by NightEnd.
Yeah, I feel like NightEnd really defended very well there.
Yeah.
He's doing really good. The Blink saves all those Stalkers. 1 pylon died before to that Baneling drop. A good amount of probes were killed. 12 probes, probably mostly in the main base.
Yeah, because they engaged.
But the thing is, NightEnd's on 51 workers and so is LoWeLy. And they're both on 3 base. LoWeLy hasn't been mining from his third.
Yeah.
LoWeLy's very, very all in. And considering what NightEnd has now, which is a way higher tech, better, well, not better upgrades, but he has higher tech like Archons against just Lynx Blinks.
Yeah.
NightEnd's doing much better than last game, and that's because he didn't waste so much money on Phoenixes. That was kind of like a gimmicky strategy he did in game 1, and this is much more standard.
Literally, if he positions those Archons in the front of his force, the Zerglings and Banelings become super ineffective. It's like, how many Banelings to kill an Archon? Like 30 or something?
Yeah, a lot.
Or 20
Not 30,
or so.
But yeah, about
it's ridiculous
20.
amounts. So, nice blink forwards. Does kill off one of the Overlords, trying to drop Zerglings in the main here for LoWeLy. So, NightEnd is handling this extremely well, in my opinion.
And NightEnd can attack in the next 2 minutes or so, and there will be nothing that LoWeLy can do. Like, no amount of micro with Lynx and Blinks can defeat Stalker Archon at this point when NightEnd is already on 3 base.
Yeah.
However, LoWeLy, 1500 gas. He started Pathogen Glance, and he's making a lot of drones now to try and get back to normal mount. He's also going for Hive, which, well, maybe it's a bit too early. I feel like he should just make a ton of Infestors first, but Infestors, they're always good. They can always really do quite a lot.
Say to my friend, Infestors can be the answer to everything, or anything.
If you have enough and good control, indeed.
They are very, very strong, and for now, he does have 9 on the way. So you were saying that NightEnd could have gone for a push, but with 9 Infestors out with Pathogen Glance, I mean, that gets a little bit scary to push into, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is scary, but there are no spine crawlers to back it up. So every 1 Zealot will need to get fungled once. If not, it'll just be attacking Infestors.
Yeah.
So if NightEnd spreads out well, and with NightEnd reinforcements, he's getting charged, he's getting another armor upgrade, he already has 2 attack. And with Storm and Archons, I feel like NightEnd has the perfect army to deal with that.
Yeah.
He also already has a War Prison, so he can reinforce very easily, or maybe do multi-pronged attacks.
Where is that War Prism, interesting?
Where is the War Prison? Oh, it's right below the main base. base, and 4 Zealots are waiting there to maybe go in.
Ah, okay, cool stuff. So for now, aside from that, we will have the Observer actually being able to spot this. Does he see this as well? Yes, he does, and he does fungal it and lock it in place for now. And NightEnd straying onto said creep to be able to... Did he kill off the active creep trooper? Oh no, he killed off a Zergling at the Watchtower. But he's killed off the active creep trooper anyway, so that's nice. Needs to kill this one off over to the left.
So NightEnd did want to go for an attack, exactly about 2 minutes after I said that, but some read made him go back. His army doesn't look as critically big as maybe it should.
Yeah.
And he's also supply blocked a bit. And LoWeLy on 2-2 upgrades for melee, now going to go for Ultralisk Cavern.
Look where he's going with these Overlords. He's actually... I'm kind of really... Where are they going? Is he going to just load up and drop in the main?
Well, they're there for maybe a later occasion. Maybe he's rallying his hatches there, is he?
I can't...
No, he's not.
No. It looks like he's just spreading the creep for now. Is he? Oh, it looks like he wants to move over there to be able to just load up everything.
I wonder if he'll also load up the Infestors.
Infestors? I mean, it looks like it. I mean, everything's heading over there. This is going to be a huge doom drop. No, actually, no. I think he's left all of his Infestors. Yeah, he has.
Maybe by coincidence, because they're the
Warp Prism spots it.
Oh.
And so does the Observer for second confirmation. As for now, we will have... where is his army? His entire army's just going for it. He's just going to go for the base trade by the looks of things.
Wow, NightEnd attacking now. I'm very surprised by that. Gonna lose his whole main base, probably. But a lot of that attack was Banelings, so they're not very durable units.
Meanwhile, we have the entire force actually moving down here, killing off all the creep tumors whilst they go. And LoWeLy is actually just going to take a load of the units back whilst morphing in some Banelings in his opponent's main.
Wow.
And what is going on here? He does kill off a good amount of the warped-in units down here with the Warp Prism. And this is still looking like a bit of a scary army. NightEnd, he has so many Storms. No, he doesn't have Storm. He doesn't have Storm.
He doesn't have Storm. He forgot to upgrade Storm. He just has it for feedback maybe, and then Archons.
Yeah.
But still, Storm would be nice, no?
Storm would be nice right now. He does get the feedbacks, though, on a good amount of every single Infestor. A few Infested Terrans do rain down from there. And now LoWeLy is looking at a bit of a desperate situation, but at the same time, he does have some Roaches moving in from the front and either side. If he can clean this up... where is this going, Grubby?
Well, Warp Prism is being made. It looks like LoWeLy will be able to probably make this force go back. Yeah. A lot of Archons and High Templars were lost for NightEnd, so Roaches, yeah, they did good in that situation. Yeah. But, well...
And Storm is on the way. Did he forget it?
Yeah, he forgot it. He definitely wanted to Storm there. This fight went so much worse than it should have. However, 4 versus 4 base situation with NightEnd's upgrades better. I think both players still have chances.
Yeah.
Both players far from perfect.
It's an interesting game.
But entertaining, nonetheless.
Yeah, not the most common of ways that this would end up going. Another Warp Prism is on the way for NightEnd to be able to put pressure on at that 4th. And meanwhile, we do have the 3-3 as well as Chitinous Plating going down for the Zerg with those Ultralisks on the way. If he can get those out.
Yeah, and luckily for LoWeLy, because he has Roaches, NightEnd has decided to start making Immortals, which will also be quite great against Ultralisks. Well, still no Storm, still 20 seconds left on that timer to get Storm Research.
Those Banelings need to morph in here. If he positions his Archons well enough to be able to soak those up, that could be very, very useful indeed. He is going for a lot of Zealot Harass, has been able to kill off a lot of workers.
Are gonna be forced to make an Archon before Storm finishes.
Yeah, and for now, the Banelings trying to roll forwards is not going to be able to connect as NightEnd does fall back quite nicely. Both players so even in terms of supply, but look at this, NightEnd going to be able to kill off the 4th. Meanwhile, the Roaches pushing forwards here to try and barrel down on the 4th of NightEnd as well with those Ultralisks on the way. Chitinous Plating kicking in literally 10 seconds. And is he going to be able to do anything with this?
And also 3-3 finish. These Ultras are very powerful, but if the Immortals get a few good shots on, they're the perfect counter to it. One already went down, but so many Roaches and Links behind this. Suddenly NightEnd, who is already on quite a low economy, will perhaps lose his 4th.
He needs to, I mean, LoWeLy losing his 4th needs to sort of make this happen right now. With loads of Zerglings swinging in as well. And he does have that +2 weapons to the, well, it's the +3 armor. So it's really not that much effective of a trade there for the Zealots there. And did he did get Adrenal Glands, didn't he? Yes, he did. So
there's almost no army out for NightEnd, but his economy is about double of LoWeLy still, even now, because LoWeLy is relegated to just 3 bases.
Oh, so many units barreling down on the base. here of NightEnd, and right now LoWeLy with so many units and roaches and zerglings flooding in. Can he reinforce in time to be able to hold this? 2 more Archons on the way, as well as that Immortal, and this is looking very, very scary for NightEnd, as those 2 Archons need to hold steadfast. And there you go.
Oh my god!
GG, ladies and gentlemen. LoWeLy is the combined European Nationals champion.
Congratulations to him!
Oh my god, congratulations indeed, as he did not drop a single map all tournament long.
And it was not easy. A huge look of relief, a respectful...
NightEnd put up a valiant fight. Those 2 games were extremely entertaining and back and forth.
I really thought NightEnd was going to win this. If LoWeLy led up the attack and waited just 20 seconds, he would have lost. Such a good job by him to really press the point, take down that 4th, go on to the 3rd. Every unit that got warped in for NightEnd got attacked immediately by those 3 Zerglings. What a phenomenal job here by LoWeLy. 10-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, give him another round of applause here. FXO.LoWeLy not dropping a single map. It was a hard-fought final, but he was able to still clinch it. That is fantastic.
If you want to see more of LoWeLy, be sure to follow the European Continentals on 15th September. He has qualified for it. No doubt he'll be bringing a great performance there once again. He is from Team FX Open, proudly showing off when money makes money.
When money makes money, man.
Yeah.
LoWeLy made that money.
Yeah. And NightEnd, of course, will also be there.
He will.
$2,000 to LoWeLy and $1,000 to NightEnd, but both will be going, perhaps not hand in hand, but both will be going to the European Continentals. Let's go to pick his brains, see what he has to say about this. Really enjoyed this interview before, and we're going to get another one. Zoe and LoWeLy.
And we are now having the winner and Hazuops with us. So congratulations for your win. You must be very, very relieved right now. So first of all, how do you feel now being the champion?
Well, it's amazing. It's just, I can't say how it's feeling. My word knowing in English is so bad, but это просто невероятно in Russian. I'm so happy, so excited. Thanks NightEnd for great games, and thanks Blizzard for this cup, and ECL for your organizations. It was so wonderful, so great.
Oh, he's really happy.
Congrats, really good job in the final.
That is so nice. So yeah, we let you calm down now for a second. It has been amazing watching your game. So you can go sit down and calm down your heart, as you still seem like it's racing. Still very tense. Congratulations. And yeah, we're now having the guys with us who brought you, come to me, who brought you all the action.